Yo, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's your boy, Larry Long Jr., back again for this week's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. Y'all can see I'm repping my Terps. Go Maryland. And today's topic is one that's near and dear to my heart. Come on in. I see my folks coming in. I see you. I got my Facebook peeps. What's going on, fam? I got my LinkedIn folks. How you doing? My official business colleagues, great to see you. And I also got my YouTube folks. We got the trifecta in the house. Love to see it. Hope everyone is feeling good. Actually, I hope you're feeling great. It is December the 9th. But you can see, essentially, go ahead and let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you have any questions. But for today, the Midweek Midday Motivational Minute is really, it's near and dear to my heart. It's the lessons that I've learned from my dad. And I'm going to get personal with y'all. My dad passed away on December the 11th, 5 years ago. That was 2015. Wow. It seems like it was just yesterday. But essentially reflecting on it, just some of the lessons that I got from him. I'm going to share with y'all 7 lessons that I learned from my pops that I'm hoping to pass along. And just a quick story. I talked to my dad. He was getting cancer treatment for amyloidosis. I talked to him on the 10th, December the 10th. I said, "Hey, Pops, how you feeling?" That's what my kids called him, was Pops. He said, "Larry, I'm feeling the best I've ever felt." That was a daggone lie right there. He did not feel the best, but he was trying to work his mind into feeling that was the best. So just want to share with y'all. Hopefully this will inspire somebody. But essentially, there are 7 key lessons that I learned from my pops. The first one was just the importance of faith, trusting in God. And it wasn't just what he said. I mean, we went to church service mostly every Sunday. I went to Sunday school, but really it was through his actions. We prayed every night before bed. We prayed before every meal. And that lesson right there, he was a track guy. My dad ran track at Maryland. My sister, who's 10 years younger, what's up, Tiff? She ran track at Maryland. I was the oddball of the family and just the oddball of this world, the black sheep of the family playing baseball. They're like, baseball? I'm like, yeah, Dad, you get to run after you hit the ball. He was like, all right, I'll give you a pass, son. Nah, my dad was my biggest cheerleader. But number 1, just faith and trusting God. Number 2 was really around family and love. I mean, you talk about prioritizing. That was really the priority. Faith, number 1, family, and showing love to his kids, to his wife, just setting a great example. And once again, the baton, stick. He passed that baton to me. I got it. Now it's up to me to pass that baton to not only my family, not only my friends, but everyone else around. Number 3, the importance of giving back. My father worked for Department of Veterans Affairs, VA hospital, and he pretty much showed by example that, hey, it's our responsibility to give back to others, to serve others. And for him, he just loved having the opportunity to give back to those that put it all on the line, that gave so much to other people. It was just an excellent example. Number 4, his love for sports and his love for competition. I'll never forget. My dad used to always pull for the underdog. It's like, hey, Dad, who are you rooting for? He's like, I'm rooting for the underdog. And that just comes from him growing up as the underdog, growing up in Baltimore City in the projects, the only one from his family to graduate high school. He just had an affinity for being the underdog and seeing the underdog overcome everything and persevere. We used to have some I don't know, I'm dating myself. Some of y'all youngsters don't know anything about that Atari. We used to have the Atari, I think it was the 5200, and we used to play Miss Pac-Man, and we used to have some heated competitions. And I was a beast. I still am a beast. You don't want to get me on the arcade, Miss Pac-Man. I can't play these new kiddie games, these first shooter games. But I can play a mean Miss Pac-Man. But we used to keep high scores. We used to have competitions. I'll never forget. I beat my dad in the competition. I won $20 from him. He was pissed. He was mad. My mom was like, Shorty. That was his nickname, Shorty. He stood about 5'7". I mean, I'm 5'8 3/4. I round up to 6, but he was a little man, little dude. That's my pops. But essentially, he was pissed. He ended up winning it back. I was crying. And my mom said, I told you, little Larry, you shouldn't be gambling. But I don't know. Some things you just never learn. I still love to gamble a little bit. Number 5, the lesson learned. Hard work and work ethic. I'll never forget, my dad loved his job, loved it with a capital L, LL. He loved his job. I remember in Maryland, it would snow, and he'd be out there shoveling that snow viciously just so he could get to work. I mean, kind of like the mailman, rain, sleet, snow, we're going to be there. He absolutely loved his job. Just what a great example. Overcoming obstacles, overcoming any kind of challenges that you're faced with, showing dedication, showing that internal determination and just perseverance. Like I said, he was small in stature, but he was a mighty, mighty giant just inside. And seeing that example as a youngster and even as an oldster, as I grew older, just seeing that example, I mean, it's great to say. I mean, we all know what we're supposed to do, but when you can just have that role model that just lives it each and every day, it makes a huge impact. And I'm trying to pass the torch. I'm trying to pass the baton on. So overcoming obstacles. Number 7, this is the last one. And this is one that I absolutely love because it's a choice. Positive attitude. If y'all, anyone who knows me, you know that I'm positive. You haven't met my pops. I mean, he grew up in a place where a lot of the crew that he ran with ended up in jail, ended up in prison, ended up dying due to violence, due to drugs. And just his attitude was always with a smile. And he wasn't as loud as me. He was definitely a softer talker, but he always had a smile on his face, always had a positive attitude. And I don't know. I say all this, all the 7 lessons. I mean, faith and family and fun and giving back to others, loving sports and competition, working hard, overcoming any obstacles, and having a positive attitude. I just say that so that I can hopefully pass the baton on to you. And you can pass the baton on to your family, on to your friends, on to your colleagues, your coworkers, your acquaintances, and even strangers. Imagine that. In today's world, imagine passing along those lessons to others and even folks that you don't know. I think that would really make this world an even specialer place. I'm making up words on this Wednesday. What is it? It's December the 9th. Shoot, I'm making up words. I'm feeling myself. So I want to say thank you to everyone. I see the comments coming in. Keep them coming. What's on your mind? I want to know what are some of the lessons that you've learned over the years, whether it was family, whether it was friends, whether it was mentors, mini mentors, and then what do you hope to pass along? What's that baton, those lessons that you hope to pass along to others? Go ahead and fill me in. I see we got Fort Lauderdale in the house. Great to see you, Holly. Thank you. Ian, first time here. Man, I appreciate you, man. I don't know where you're in Toronto. What you know about I don't know if it's called the Space Needle or what. I went in Toronto. Funny story. We're going to Argentina, flew on Air Canada, went up to Toronto first because it was cheaper. It was right around the holidays. Flew up there, had like an 8-hour layover. And I said, I want to explore. So we rented a car. We went around, got to see where the Blue Jays play their games, went up to I think it's called the Space Needle. I don't know. I apologize if I'm wrong, Ian, but I know that whatever I ate at the top of that needle, I think there's a restaurant. Oh, it did a number. I was in the airport in the fetal position. My wife was rubbing my head, rubbing my stomach. Are you okay, baby? I thought I was going to die. I was in bad shape. So I've heard great things about Toronto. My experience, not so much. Arkansas in the house. What's going on, Mr. Gordon? Chad, Boston. Oh, Kathia down there in Beeham, Birmingham in the house. I love it. Kevin, Strong Island. I love it. Nicholas, parlez-vous français? Funny story. I don't know how to speak French, but my dad, that was the only phrase that he knew. So he would walk around the house and essentially, if you said something crazy or if my mom said something to him and he just didn't want to answer, he would say, parlez-vous français? So I'm passing that along to you. Trey, what's going on, my man? Motivate, doing great things with the football players here in Durham. I love it. Walk by faith, not by sight. So true. So true. I appreciate you sharing that, my man. Great to see you. Lindsay, what's going on? I love it. Absolutely love it. Great to see you. Dan, down the road, Peak of Good Living, chilling in Apex. Oh, my goodness. You're bringing smiles to my face. Everyone in the place, whatever it takes, attitude. So true, Dan. And I hope you're passing that along. Hope you're passing that along. Whatever it takes, attitude. Attitude is everything. We got someone else tuning in from Toronto. It's an anonymous user, but dang, Toronto, the North is coming through strong today. I love to see it. Love to see it. And then Mark, yes, always, man. I got that from my pops. I get it from my daddy. Shoot, we are Terps through and through. Fear the turtle. Will you protect this house? And oh my goodness, you got Frostburg, FSU, the original FSU, and Bowie. You're representing Maryland. I love to see it, Mark. Who else do we got in here? Lessons you've learned and hope to pass to your kids and others. Always uphold your integrity even when no one is watching. Lindsay, I can't thank you enough for that. I think they call it integrity without compromise. And I wouldn't even say in today's world, but just in general, there seems to be folks who want to kind of get fuzzy. They want to, I think that it's black and white. There's right and there's wrong. And there's some people that might argue with me. That's fine. That's your opinion. But I believe that there's right and there's wrong. And this gray area, there's no such thing. It's either right or it's wrong. Making the right decision, always upholding your integrity. That's your stamp right there. Thank you so much, LDub. And I encourage you to keep passing that along to your kids and others. And I'm going to do the same. That's absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for sharing. The CN Tower, Ian, that's it. The CN Tower, not the Space Needle, but that's it. Ooh, goodness great. You're making me sweat just thinking about that CN Tower. Ooh, it got me. Oh my goodness. Birmingham, Alabama. What's going on, Claudia? Great to see you. You're the second one from Birmingham. I was in Birmingham January 6th of 2020, back when life was so different. And what a beautiful city. My old college roommate, my good buddy, AC and his family came up from Tuscaloosa. And I used to live in Tuscaloosa back in the day. I had a good old country accent. How old are you, little Larry? I'm 4. 4? Yeah, I'm 4 years old. Fun times with Birmingham. Had a great time. San Fran in the house. What's going on, my man Bernard? BH in the house. Shoots. We got an anonymous user. You control you, your emotions, your attitude, and how you treat others. As you say, I'm glad that someone's listening. My wife said, ain't nobody listening to you. I said, you're probably right. But this just says someone is listening. I appreciate that. I want to pass along my life lessons you learn when you teach others. So true. No better way to learn than to teach others, than to share with others. Absolutely love it. Mike. Oh my goodness. Mike. Guess what day? I can do that today. I know you're saying, oh goodness, another one of those hump day. Oh goodness, you're far too kind. Hire Larry for your next speaking event. You're far too kind, Mike. And I just want to say thank you to you for the great work you're doing with the NC State Entrepreneurship Clinic. Mike and I met as mentors to the young entrepreneurs over at NC State, the Wolf Pack. And as a Terp, yeah, we don't mess with the Wolves, but just keep up the great work, Mike. I love it. Love it. Michael, Chi-Town here. One lesson I learned is simple but straightforward. And that's your attitude determines your altitude. So true. Hey, Michael, thank you so much. You get the Gold Mike Award today, man. You get the gold Mike. Guess what day it is? Your attitude determines your altitude. So true. Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't. You're right. That's a quote from Henry Ford. And that's your attitude that you can control. I appreciate that. Ian, thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. Kevin, enjoyable first time. You're making me blush, man. Every Wednesday, midweek, midday motivational minute. I try to go live if I can. If I'm not, I do a little recording. But thank you for tuning in. That means so much. Michael, happy hump day. And then, we're coming up to a close, but I love this. A great lesson my father taught us. Always remember to say please and thank you. Simple, but valuable. And I would say simple, but so important. Those basics right there. Please and thank you mean so much. And some might view it as the little things, but what I've learned is the little things mean so much. So I'm not sure who you are, but I just want to say thank you for that right there. The very basics of civility. The very basics of humanity, to say please, to say thank you, to smile, to try to help your fellow brother and sister at all times. That is just absolutely amazing. I just want to say thank you to everyone tuning in. It's 12:54 here on the East Coast, on the East Side. And for everyone tuning in, I appreciate you. Gabriel, man, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for your energy. Your energy is what feeds me, man. Get me hype up in here. Uh-oh. Don't hurt them now. But hey, I just encourage everyone to make today, Wednesday, December the 9th, the best day ever. You can do it. Let's make this week the best week ever. Let's make this month, December 2020, the best month ever. And let's close out 2020, making it the best year that we possibly can. Best year ever. And let's gear up for 2021. But let's not forget that, hey, we still got time. We still have days to make the most of 2020 in December. Every day, carpe diem, seize the day. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. Oh, shucks, I'm a Terp, but it looks like we got Beaver Nation in here, Oregon State. I'm scared of you. Had a blast talking with the sales class out there, run by Professor Caitlin Ashton Gill. So nothing but love for the Beavers, Beaver Nation in the house. Laura, thank you for tuning in. Good afternoon to you as well. Lindsay, thank you again for sharing those great insights. I can't thank you enough. I'm just so appreciative, and I'm hopeful that those 7 lessons that I shared earlier will be helpful to you as you go about your day. So carpe diem, make the best of it, and I will see you on the flip side next Wednesday. Thanks again. Peace. I'll see you later, y'all. Thank you.